Welcome to Yaka Digital Network videos. If you look closely at the world around you, a single chemical element connects the natural environment to modern industry. You can see it driving biological growth across Uganda's lush sugarcane plantations, and you can see it serving as the physical foundation of our cities, paving the busy streets of Kampala and burning inside every vehicle engine. To understand how one material can do all of this, we have to look past plant tissue and asphalt. We strip away the macroscopic world, plunging down to the atomic level, until we isolate a single atom. This is carbon. It is the protagonist of all organic chemistry, and it is defined by a highly specific trait, an outer shell containing exactly 4 valence electrons. Because of that structure, this atom can build an immense diversity of carbon-based fuels, life-saving medicines, and the everyday materials we use. Understanding organic chemistry means understanding how carbon connects. To achieve stability, every carbon atom must form 4 strong covalent bonds. Here, it acts as a 4-way molecular connector, bonding with 4 hydrogen atoms to create methane. But carbon can also bond directly to itself. The atoms link together, extending into continuous, straight chains. The scaffolding does not have to be linear. A carbon atom can snap onto the middle of an existing chain, creating complex branching structures. The chains can even curve and link back onto themselves, enclosing the structure to form stable hexagonal rings. This infinite capacity for scaffolding creates a massive family of materials known as organic compounds. To make sense of them, chemists group these compounds into homologous series based on their structure. This table categorizes those series, classifying them by their specific bonding rules and functional groups. Alkanes contain only single bonds, while alkenes feature double bonds. Alcohols are defined by an attached oxygen-hydrogen group, and carboxylic acids possess a distinct carbon-oxygen-hydrogen configuration. Each minor adjustment in how these blocks snap together results in a molecule with entirely different physical and chemical properties. We see these varying properties most clearly in crude oil. Extracted from the ground, crude oil is a chaotic, complex mixture of thousands of differently sized hydrocarbon chains. To make that mixture useful, refineries separate it on a massive industrial scale, using towering distillation columns. The separation relies on a single thermodynamic principle. The longer and heavier a carbon chain is, the higher its boiling point. In fractional distillation, heated crude oil vaporizes into a column with a strict temperature gradient. Small molecules with low boiling points rise to the top as gas. Heavy chains with high boiling points condense at the hot bottom into dense bitumen. By utilizing thermodynamic separation, we isolate the exact carbon chains we need, extracting the light gas to fuel our stoves at home and the heavy tar to pave our roads. For much of our energy, however, we rely on solid organic matter. Piles of charcoal are a common sight in local markets, but relying strictly on burning wood places a heavy toll on our forests. In rural areas, a renewable alternative is gaining traction. Instead of burning trees, we can harvest energy from the natural breakdown of agricultural waste and cow dung. Inside an underground, airless container called a digester, microorganisms decompose this organic waste. As the bacteria break down the material, methane gas bubbles to the surface and is captured in a collection chamber. This biogas system provides a dual benefit. It produces pure methane for cooking, which directly reduces deforestation, while leaving behind a nutrient-rich slurry that serves as excellent fertilizer. There is another renewable carbon product driving the local economy, heavily produced in Uganda's sugar belt: ethanol. This chemical equation illustrates fermentation. Yeast breaks down complex sugars found in agricultural byproducts like molasses, converting the glucose into ethanol and releasing carbon dioxide. Whether we are capturing methane in a rural digester or fermenting ethanol in a flask, these processes reorganize carbon-based molecules to release the potential energy stored within their chemical bonds. We also engineer carbon chains to maintain our hygiene. The chemistry of cleaning relies on designing molecules that can bind to both oil and water simultaneously. Traditional soap is created through a process called saponification. We react natural animal fats or vegetable oils with a strong alkali, such as sodium hydroxide. This traditional method is highly effective, but it has a chemical limitation. When the soap interacts with minerals in hard water, it reacts to form an insoluble white precipitate known as scum. To solve this, chemists developed synthetic, soapless detergents. Instead of natural fats, these molecules are derived from the fractional distillation of crude oil. As this comparison shows, synthetic detergents lather perfectly in hard water, but their complex oil-derived structures make them non-biodegradable, persisting in ecosystems after washing away. The exact origin of a carbon chain, whether it was grown in a local field or extracted from an oil well, determines its ultimate ecological footprint. The exact same rules of tetracovalency that dictate the behavior of our fuels and our soaps also govern human biology. Inside your body, carbon combines with just a few other elements to construct the massive macromolecules required for life to exist. These chains build carbohydrates for energy, lipids for cell membranes, nucleic acids for genetic information, and complex proteins for structural support. Developing a command over these carbon-based interactions is the key to local innovation. It provides the necessary tools to engineer a more sustainable energy grid and produce the essential materials that drive our modern economy. You can watch more videos for all classes here and get all content at www.yaka.cc.